Hello, this is James Smith, the creator and developer of the Hero Excel coaching, training, and teaching system. This is the Human Experience Realist Ontology Executive Life system that is based on everything that needs to be known, that can be known, and that is known, codified in an easy to understand system that I've developed and published and have used for a while now, as it's just getting started in a more entrepreneurial manner. Each one of us wants to have that firm sense of being grounded and the flexibility to grow and to change and to achieve our goals. It's a little bit like al dente pasta. We want to be the perfect being as we choose it. So it's our goals, our way, your goals, your way. But back to that little pasta piece, I want to tell you a story about trying to cook some pasta one day, as I had this pot that had quite a bit of water in it, but I only had a little burner that worked. I was in a place that just wasn't so conducive to everything I wanted to do. I wanted to get this water to boil, and no matter how long it was there, it wouldn't boil. It would get warm, it would get warmer, it would get warmer, get right to the boiling point, it just wouldn't cut in. What was going on? Let me explain to you a little bit about the amount of energy it takes to change state, to get from where you might be to where you want to be. Using a water analogy, it takes what's called 1 calorie to raise 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius. So that's where it boils at 100. So 1 to 2 degrees is 1 calorie. 90 to 91 degrees is 1 calorie. It keeps taking. But if you want to get that same gram of water to the boiling point, it takes 540 calories to go from 99 to boiling at 100. It's a state change. Something transforms, but it takes so much energy. That energy is the same thing we have. Well, we call it passion, call it desire, call it drive, call it determination. Even call it vision and ideas. All of these things come from that energy within us, and it's got to be hot and cooking in order to make the steps that we want. It's the same for all of us. None of us are any different. Some of us can reach it more quickly. Some of us are better at it. But the whole world has these same factors, the same need to transform if they want to reach their goals. Now, what I've developed in Hero helps people to bring all of their energy and focus it to a hot point where they can achieve their goal by bringing their total life to that and keeping everything aligned perfectly. How Hero works, the Human Experience Realist Ontology, is it identifies the 4 parts of our life, the 4 sources of energy that we have. And like a big lens of a magnifying glass, we can understand this and begin to bring it to a focal point. And if you bring a magnifying glass in the sun to where all the light is at one focal point, you've got one hot spot. It'll burn wood. If it's done right, it'll melt metal. It'll do things to create energy in deserts. There's amazing things that can be accomplished by focusing our energy. Now, the way to focus your energy is to recognize what it is and to optimize it that way and prioritize it. So the ontology is about what exists, and these 4 areas exist in your life. The first area is material things: food, oxygen, water, animal, vegetable, mineral. Very general category, so wide that there's so many different elements and so much different molecules and combinations that it's nearly unlimited. However, that's its own category, and the other category is another kind of a thing, but it's a human. A human is an individual who's autonomous, different than all these other things. Since we're autonomous, we can choose our own ways, make our own ideas, create something new, change the world, change our life, add value, do something great that we think is great and others people think is great as well. So things, individuals. The next is money. Money is a beautiful communication of value. It's recognized around the world immediately. And somebody can say the check's in the mail, and that's nice, it might be, but if they give you $1, $10, some euro, real, anything, you know you've got a tangible communication of value. And that allows us to take our time, our energy, our skills, our knowledge, our abilities, our things, and share in relationship with one another. And there's nothing else like it. It's so unique that way, tangible value. And then finally there's energy, sun around us, heat, things keep us in equilibrium outside, gives us vitamin D, but more importantly the energy within us, the electrochemical biological energy that flows through our nervous system and our brains, so that we can make decisions, we can feel, so that we know when there's pain, so that we can have beliefs and ideas and concepts and reason and understanding for going forward and getting better and having life at a higher quality and longer length and sharing love and those things that we value highly. These 4 things are all that there is. That's it. These things exist. The philosophy and who we are and our identity is how we wrap them. We are the wrapper around these 4 things. We can identify and prioritize them. Different cultures treat money differently. Do we charge interest? Do we not charge interest? Who do we charge interest to? Or we identify male and female relationships, or leader relationships, follower relationships, the clothes and the colors, the language that we use. These are all just expressions of these 4 things that are done differently. And that's the essence of culture. So philosophy is how we understand these 4 things. This is basic formal ontology. It's scientific philosophy, and it works. It'll give you a great life, great sharing, great relationships. That's what it's meant to do. So what I do as far as coaching, teaching, and training these is I show how they encompass all knowledge. You can go into a library and I can show you that individuals and things is going to deal with physics, engineering. It's also going to deal with ergonomics. Individuals dealing with individuals, it's going to be sociology, religion, it's going to be law, government, politics. Individuals dealing with money is going to be economics, everything from Marxism to Keynesian to Friedman and von Mises, pure capitalism. And then people dealing with energy is going to be psychology, perception, beliefs, how we see the world. And of course there's a little bit of a blend because our life is blended. But this is the interdisciplinary part. Philosophy is how we balance and see and recognize and think about these things. We are philosophy. Philosophy wouldn't exist except for humans. So we have philosophy, we have identity based on these things, who we're with, what we value, where we live, how we dress, what we do. Our identity is just these 4 things. I can help you in many ways to identify where you are, how satisfied you are, how to be happy even if you are unsatisfied, how to develop next, how to work together corporately, how to be a leader, following other leaders, extremely responsible for where you are. It all makes sense in a very real way. And what happens when things make sense, because sense is a goal that we have from birth, a desire to make sense. And when things make sense, we start to move. And when we start to move in a way that makes sense, we learn and we commit and we make it happen. So here's to your wealth, your health, your well-being and good feeling, and to prosperity in relationships and in money, good money to spend. Give me half an hour sometime. I'd like to come in and speak with your group, show you the online technology that takes just a few minutes to show you where you're at right now, and help in any way to go all the way and make a difference for your corporation, reaching your goals individually, as teams, departments, as communities and as individuals. We're going to do it. It's here. The system is now known. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. James Smith out.